Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. When it comes to movies, the greatest award for you is the Oscars. For music, it's the Grammys. Now recently, the Grammys have been losing relevance and have even been accused of being rigged. But receiving a Grammy is still the greatest honor for a musician. So we're bringing you a list of insanely talented artists you'd assume would have Grammys, but surprisingly don't. Here are 5 artists who surprisingly never won a Grammy. Number 5. Katy Perry. On number 5, we have the insanely talented and fierce Katy Perry. Katy Perry is the only woman who has ever matched up the pop king Michael Jackson in number of singles off of one album. Yet she hasn't received a single Grammy. Her album, Teenage Dream, has come pretty close to winning one, but unluckily, every time Katy got nominated for a Grammy, it was up against other artists like Lady Gaga, Beyoncé, and Adele. So even though Katy Perry got nominated 13 times for a Grammy, she was always robbed of it. Number 4. Snoop Dogg and Tupac. You'll be very disappointed to know that someone as legendary as Snoop Dogg, who has been in the music industry forever, has never won a Grammy. Snoop Dogg is a hip-hop legend, and him being one of the people who never received one is just mind-blowing. If you thought 13 nominations were a lot, Snoop Dogg got nominated 16 times and still never won a Grammy. If that's not disappointing enough, another great rap legend, the late Tupac, also never won a Grammy. Tupac's music, just like Snoop's, is considered legendary, but every time he got nominated, he still didn't get it. How unfair is that? Number 3. Demi Lovato and Ariana Grande. Next up, we have the insanely talented Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato took over the music industry like a storm with her hits like Heart Attack and a lot of others. So imagine how a woman as talented as her, with songs like that, has never even gotten nominated for a Grammy. But the artist claimed that she has her eyes on the prize. She said, "I know that I'm capable of getting there. When I say getting there, I don't mean winning one. I just want to be nominated for one. It's literally everything. It's like the Olympics for an athlete." So we do hope somewhere in the near future, Demi might win one. The same goes for Ariana Grande. The artist, with her amazing voice and killer high notes, has also not won a Grammy. Though she had been nominated, and that in itself is an honor for a musician, but we surely have our fingers crossed that Ariana might get to take that gold record player home someday. Number 2. Avril Lavigne and Nicki Minaj. If you have been a fan of the pop-punk princess Avril Lavigne since your teenage years, you'll be very disappointed to know that she's never won a Grammy. Our Canadian rocker, Avril Lavigne, while being just 16 years old, produced 2 blockbuster albums. There were more than 40 million copies of the album sold around the world. Her hits like Girlfriend and Skater Boy were surely deserving of at least a nomination. The talented artist has won her fair share of awards, and her music has gone off the charts as well, but sadly, no Grammy. If that's not a steal, then I don't know what is. You'll also be very disappointed to find out that the queen of pop culture, the rapper from Trinidad, Nicki Minaj, has also never won a Grammy. In 2010, Minaj hit number 1 on the Billboard charts for her album Pink Friday. While the artist got nominated 10 times for her singles and her album, she still has yet to win a Grammy. Number 1. One Direction and BTS. Last on this list, we have 2 bands who deserved a Grammy, but sadly never got one. One Direction, ever since their debut in 2010, had taken the music industry by storm with their beautiful and heartwarming songs that drove every teenage girl crazy. Their songs were enough to make any girl fall in love with them, but sadly, they never even got nominated for any of their songs and their albums. A lot of people have got theories as to why they never got a Grammy. Because 1D mostly released their albums around November, while the qualification period for the Grammys ends between September and October. Sadly, the band is no longer together and we miss it. Just like 1D, the 7 heartthrobs from South Korea, Bangtansonyeondan, aka BTS, has also not won a Grammy yet. Their single, Butter, which was released in 2021, charted at Billboard number 1 for 7 consecutive weeks, and then passed the baton on to their other single, Permission to Dance. Despite their language being Korean, the artists produced these singles in English and took the world by storm. In the recent Grammys, they were nominated for Best Pop Duo, and they put up a mind-blowing performance of their single Butter, but sadly, the Grammy went to Doja Cat and SZA instead. Despite being an insanely talented artist, you can never be sure if you'll ever get a Grammy. But since the Grammys have been robbing a lot of artists of their well-deserved awards, the Grammys continue to lose relevance while the artists drop smashing hits one after another. Well, this brings us to the end of our video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, hit like if you did, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos.